Good evening, Belize. It's Wednesday and you're tuned into News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. Here's what's making headlines tonight. A big win for former BTL employees as the Caribbean Court of Justice rules severance is a right that can't be waived. We return to Borough Boom, where a dream investment has turned into a legal showdown over the Howler Jungle House and Cabañas. Plus, Senior Counsel Eamon Courtney weighs in on the Ombudsman being taken to court over a Freedom of Information decision. In Santa Marta Village, tragedy strikes as an elderly man is run over and killed. And 6 Belizean athletes score Olympic scholarships in their quest for glory. These stories and more after a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. News 5 starts now.
In Toyota, we think that when you trust the timing of your life, life becomes easy to drive. Easy to connect. Easy to start. Easy to make friends. Easy to enjoy. Because if you can trust in a car that's easy to drive, shine, and fit, life is also easy to live, trust, and enjoy. Easy to drive is to live life with the confidence that only Toyota can provide you. New Toyota Raves. Easy to drive, easy to live.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome back. There's a major win today for former Belize Telemedia employees in a landmark case before the Caribbean Court of Justice. 10 retirees, some forced out at 55, others who took early retirement, argued that they were owed severance pay under the Labor Act, even after receiving pensions. And tonight, the CCJ agrees. The court ruled that severance is a legal right, not something employers can waive in contracts or replace with pension benefits. In fact, BTL admitted during the hearing that its pension plan never clearly accounted for severance. That concession sealed the deal. This afternoon, we spoke with Senior Counsel Eamon Courtney, who broke down the landmark decision.
We were hired by quite a number of employees, former employees of Belize Telemedia Limited, who had ceased their employment with the company. Some had resigned, some had voluntarily retired, and some had reached the agreed retirement age of 55. So there were 3 classes of people, and they all retired and got pension benefits. We were consulted to find out whether they were entitled to severance benefits as well, because in the mid-1990s, BTL had been advised that because they had introduced a pension scheme, they no longer needed to pay employees severance. And so these employees came and said they had received their pension benefits, but they had not received their severance benefits. Are they entitled to it? We researched the matter and felt that they were entitled to it. They succeeded before this High Court. BTL appealed to the Court of Appeal, and the Court of Appeal ruled that the persons who had resigned were entitled to the severance benefits, and those who had retired voluntarily and those who had retired at 55 were not entitled. And so those employees took it to the CCJ. And today the CCJ ruled that all the employees, those who resigned, those who retired voluntarily, and those who reached the retirement age were all entitled to severance as well as pension.
So what does this mean? If you've worked for more than 10 years and leave under mandatory or voluntary retirement, you're entitled to severance, period. The CCJ's judgment reinforces that Belize's Labor Act is social justice legislation designed to protect workers, not employers' bottom lines. BTL must now pay up, with costs awarded to the appellants.
Well, I think the first point is that a pension plan cannot displace severance. If you move to a pension scheme, this pension scheme must also account for the severance benefits that an employee is entitled to. So, for example, we have to remember that you earn your severance by service, by working with an employer. When it comes to pension, a pension is an agreement between the employer and the employee that in most pension schemes, the employee and the employer will contribute, and at retirement or at some stated date, the employee gets an amount of money. On the other hand, on the severance, you earn your severance by working, not by making payments. So in this particular case, what happened was that in 1994-95, BTL was advised that you no longer need to pay severance because you are paying a pension. They paid all the existing employees the amount of severance that had accrued up until then. And then since then, they stopped accruing severance payments and paid people only their pension benefits when they retired from the company.
Senior counsel Eamon Courtney says the real challenge now lies with current employees who've been part of pension schemes that didn't include severance. That means BTL may have to go back, look at years of service, and calculate what those workers are owed when they retire or resign. And it doesn't stop there. Former employees who only receive pension benefits may now be entitled to severance too. The ripple effect of this judgment could be massive. So how will companies respond? And what does it mean for workers across Belize?
The more fundamental challenge that BTL faces are its existing employees who are participating in the pension scheme, but that pension scheme does not include an aspect or an element of severance. They will now have to reach back and look at all their existing employees and say, well, you were with us for 10 years, 15, 20, 25 years, whatever the case may be, and calculate how much severance those people will be entitled to when they retire or resign. In the case of other companies, the same applies. If you have a pension scheme that does not accrue severance and you have employees employed, you need to start accruing for it from the time of the employment of each employee. If employees have left, they're entitled to come to the company and say, we now see the CCJ judgment. When I left, I only got the pension benefit. I want my severance benefit to be paid to me now.
Coming up, Belize Jungle Retreat turns legal battleground. More when we return.
The Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing continues to upgrade major roads all across the country, providing opportunities and access to our vibrant, productive communities. In the north, the MIDH committed to pave the Chan Pine Ridge Road, answering the cries of our people. Today, that road is positively impacting the lives of residents and transforming the community.
El highway para nosotros es algo bueno, nos gusta y beneficia a la escuela. Como aquí, por ejemplo, mire, en el library, cuando no había highway, todo el polvo entraba en los libros, en los shelves, y cada día yo tenía que estar limpiando. Pero ahora, pues cada semana limpio porque no hay mucho polvo. Y para los niños está bien porque ahora pueden pasar si no hay nada de polvo y menos flu. Ahora yo veo a los niños.
Y nos beneficia porque antes para llegar al pueblo llegábamos hasta casi media hora en vehículo porque estaba demasiado feo, pero ahora con este bonito highway que tenemos, ya los que andan en vehículo 5 minutes lo más ya llegaron hasta Central Park de Rinduan. Los que andan en motorcycle tal vez 6 minutes, los que andan en bike tal vez unos 15 minutes.
80% of the village that normally work at the sugar industry, right? So this road has helped a lot because going to work, they don't have to struggle, like I said, because of the conditions of the road.
Es algo bueno que por fin tenemos highway y estamos bien agradecidos con el ministro.
Belize, get ready for a night of rhythm, culture, and celebration. The University of Belize presents the President's Endowment Fund Concert featuring the Garifuna Collective and Yuani Martinez and the Bogany Boys. Join us on Saturday, November 8th at the UB Gymnasium in Belmopan. Gates open at 8 p.m. sharp. Come early and catch every beat. Tickets are available now at the President's office at the UB Belmopan campus. General admission $75, VIP $150. Don't miss the President's Endowment Fund Concert, where UB Pride meets Belizean rhythm.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
At Cellular World, we believe technology shouldn't just be functional. It should make your home uniquely yours. Design your smart home with the full range of Samsung appliances and TVs. Equip your kitchen with smart and stylish fridges, advanced microwaves, and whisper quiet dishwashers, bringing smart living to the heart of your home. Make daily tasks simple with efficient smart washers, powerful dryers, or an all-in-one laundry hub that adapts to your lifestyle. Experience true-to-life colors and spot-on sound with the Samsung Q LED Smart TV. Connect all your spaces instantly with the SmartThing app for seamless control wherever you go. Get all your Samsung products today with the peace of mind that only the 1-year warranty from the authorized distributor can give you. So stop by your favorite location and start designing your smart home today. Only at Cellular World.
What are the rate for tonight, man?
20 piece. For the 4 and turn back way.
20.
Yeah, 5 shilling there. So that's the rate. I know baby play 1, 2, and 3. I want to try call it quick now.
Bolito just got easy. Now you can play your lucky rake with DigiWallet. Register and cash in to get started. Download the Bolito app and set DigiWallet as your pay and payout method.
Bolito win.
Get in
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key. Use the Smart app or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Tonight we're taking you back to Boroboom Village for a fresh turn in the story of a partnership that started with big dreams but ended in bitter accusations. Get this, 3 American investors led by Dr. Sade Thompson from California team up with Belizean couple Kenny and Shauna Williams to create a jungle escape called Howler Jungle House and Cabañas. The plan was to build luxury cabins for travelers looking to experience Belize's wild beauty. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not quite. After pouring in thousands of dollars to bring this vision to life, the relationship fell apart and now fraud allegations are flying. What went wrong? Who's telling the truth? We're unpacking the promises made, the cash invested, and the fight that's tearing this partnership apart. Here's News 5's Isani Cayetano with a follow-up.
When construction started on this Burrell Boom property owned by Kenny and Shauna Williams, Dr. Shade Thompson was told her two-bedroom unit would cost about $80,000 US. But somewhere along the way, that price shot up, skyrocketing to $124,000. That's $44,000 over budget. So, did Thompson and the other investors ever receive detailed invoices and proof of where their money went?
We believed like this is what it would cost, and they did give us an invoice. Everything that we did, they gave us invoices that would break it down, like, oh, the wood, the this, that. It looked very, very legit. And so I thought, okay, and so as I'm paying this, like I'm paying the 124, they said it's going to be in phases. So they'd be like, okay, phase 1 is 30,000 US, phase 2, there was about 5 phases. And as we're paying for these phases, there are other things coming up aside from the actual like amount that we're supposed to pay.
What specific upgrades justified these increases? Were there any audits or financial reviews conducted during the construction phase? Still, attorney Andrew Bennett, who represents the Williamses, argues that Thompson and her partners ended up with far more than they originally expected.
In our view, they got more than value for money. Look at this property. Eco-friendly, untouched, natural setting. All the monkeys around. You don't get that in America. You get that in Belize. And that is their capital injection. What Mr. Williams had done for them at no cost was to oversee the construction of these homes. So talking about value for money, they have gotten more than that. And that is a matter of dispute, so we will not get into the numbers.
According to Thompson, they ended up paying rent and extra fees, plus meeting with contractors after costs kept climbing. Even though the price was higher than expected, they believed the luxury upgrades and promised returns would make it worthwhile, especially with a notarized agreement in place.
We ended up paying rent. We ended up paying all these extra fees because they said that the people weren't local. And so I just kept on. And we ended up going in person. So after we decided like, okay, we will pay we'll do that amount. We met with the contractor. We had a Zoom meeting with the contractor. And so everything, it was higher than we expected, but everything still sounded good. Like, okay, it's luxury, we'll make our money back. They were telling us returns on investments. And so since they're doing an informal mortgage, and we did see it, it was stamped, and it was not stamp duty, but they did have like a notary do that agreement with them.
At one point, Thompson and her partners realized they needed some expert guidance to keep the project on track. So they brought in consultant Jasmine Tillett to help steer the ship and figure out the next steps.
You could have easily walked away from the situation safely, but you didn't. Instead, you just became more greedy. You tried to ask him for more money rather than just saying, listen, all they had to do was be accountable. For me as a foreigner living here too, it's really sad to see that people being ripped off over $500,000. The FIU have done nothing. The Ladyville police have not even allowed us on the property to do an inventory. And meanwhile on the cameras, it's seen that they're taking all their property. So we have these 3 cabanas that are being assessed by DFC at over $500,000 or over $1 million. And we can't even get into them to simply put a camera or count how many dishes.
Our investigation has raised some serious legal and ethical questions. Why did the Williamses maintain beneficial ownership while soliciting large investments? Does this raise questions about control and risk? Could the investors' lack of familiarity with local business practices have contributed to misunderstandings? So, why were they kicked out?
There are 2 aspects of that. One, we have communicated to Courtney Coy that the relationship between Jasmine Tillett and my clients have soured, And so she's no longer an invited person to be on this property. We have suggested that both parties work on appointing somebody who is amenable to both parties.
We'll continue to follow this story in our next newscast. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.
A major showdown continues to be between the government of Belize and the Ombudsman. And it all started with one word: transparency. Ombudsman Gilbert Suazo told the Attorney General, "Show us the numbers," specifically the legal fees tied to the redistricting case. Here's how it all began. Social activist Jeremy Enriquez filed a Freedom of Information request. He wanted to see how much taxpayers are paying for this fight. That request was denied. So Enriquez turned to the Ombudsman, who ruled that at least some of those details should be disclosed. But the AG is maintaining his position. In fact, he's asking the court to toss out the Ombudsman's decision entirely. So what's really at stake in this legal tug-of-war? We put that question to Senior Counsel Eamon Courtney. His law firm, Courtney Koyi LLP, is the one contracted by the Attorney General's ministry.
All I will say is this. The Attorney General has discussed it with me. He has given me the reasons why not only he thinks the interpretation by the Ombudsman is incorrect, but also the problems that it creates for the Attorney General to hire any law firm if they are going to be the disclosures. I will not say to you what my personal opinion is on the matter. I just will say that I understand the concerns of the Attorney General.
Belize is one step closer to being recognized as a safe third country. But what does that really mean? This week, the Senate held a detailed briefing on the agreement, with the Attorney General and Ambassador Aisha Borland answering tough questions and clearing up concerns. No vote yet, but Senior Counsel Eamon Courtney says approval is likely. Even then, the deal won't kick in right away. First, the Refugees Act needs to be amended to include key protections and operating procedures. So for now, it's just the beginning of a bigger process.
I suspect so. There was a very helpful meeting held on Monday of the Senate committee, of the Committee of the Whole Senate, where the agreement was discussed in detail, and we had the Attorney General and Ambassador Aisha Borland answering questions and explaining the provisions to senators. And I think at least it was an opportunity for any concerns that people had to be brought up, any matters that they needed clarification on. There was no vote or any indication of how people would vote, whether they supported it or not. It was an information sharing opportunity. But I suspect that at the end of the day, the agreement or the Senate will approve and authorize the ratification of the agreement. I think it's worthwhile to mention that even though the agreement, let's say the Senate were to approve the ratification of the agreement, the agreement won't come into force immediately because there has to be an amendment to the Refugees Act in order to domesticate the agreement and to put in place some of the protections that are required. So, as to use the word of the Attorney General, approval of the agreement is just a trigger to move to that second stage where the Refugees Act will have to be amended. And I believe some of the safeguards that senators may have would then be included in the Refugees Act, as well as the operating procedures, which, as I understand it, are being negotiated at the moment.
After the break, car dealers fight off Mexican extortion. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Introducing BB Insurance. Built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
Hey, 06 para mañana.
89-23.
16. Ya gané con el 10, con el 50 y con el 03.
Bolido ahora es más fácil. Ahora puedes jugar tu número de la suerte con DigiWallet. Regístrate y deposita para comenzar. Descarga la aplicación de Bolido y elige DigiWallet como tu método de pago y cobro.
¡Ya gané!
Cuando enviamos dinero.
Con Bolido gané.
Cuando hacemos recargas.
Today we are going to tell you a story based on real events. By Dengue. Chapter 2. Care during pregnancy. Once upon a time, there was a woman called Victoria who was longing for the arrival of her second baby. She also knew that she had to take good care of herself because dengue fever is especially dangerous for pregnant women. One afternoon, after a short nap, Victoria felt feverish. Her head, eyes, muscles, and joints ached, and she noticed her skin had turned red. She recalled what she had been told at the health center. Pregnant women should watch out for any symptoms. The first thing she did was check her temperature. 38 degrees Celsius. Without wasting time, she took paracetamol to control the fever, drank plenty of fluids, and went to the nearest hospital. When she arrived, the doctors examined her and kept her under observation. "You did the right thing, Victoria," they reassured her. She remembered what had happened with her first child when he was only 8 months old. As soon as they noticed symptoms of dengue, he was placed under the care of a healthcare professional because pregnant women and children under 1 year old are two of the population groups at higher risk for dengue. So that's all, folks. But remember, always take care of your health.
My name is Carlton Flowers and I'm the owner of Back to My Roots Art from the Heart, and in this store I produce a lot of handmade ornaments. Before I had access, it was a big problem because the tourist doesn't carry as much cash. We needed to have the machine to make the business a success. Dealing with the machine, I don't have to take time out from the store to go and or send people to go to the bank. I would recommend Belize Bank Digital Service because it has done a lot for me personally. It has done a lot for my business. It helps me with paying my bills online, and I really appreciate that the staff took time out and teach me what I needed to get done. So I'm very happy that now I can do it confidently on my own.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or *100 #key. Use the Smart app or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
It's here, the biggest sale of the year at Builders Hardware from October 15th to December 31st. Find your happy place with 10% off appliances, 20% off paint, and a whopping 25% off paint supplies like fans, AC, and tiles. Plus, enjoy 30 to 50% off selective items. That's not all. From sand and gravel to blocks and roofing, we got everything you need from construction start to finish. Builders Hardware in Belmopan. This is your happy place.
It is considered one of the most dangerous cross-border journeys in the world. But dozens of Belizeans put their lives on the line on an almost monthly basis to transfer used vehicles from the United States through Mexico into Belize. Contractors make thousands of dollars for the 3 to 4 days of driving, but each trip could be their last, with both bandits and law enforcement officers looking to extort them along the entire route. This recent viral video shows a group of Belizeans standing up to Mexican transport officials who were allegedly trying to extort them. Robert McLaren is one of the brave men who stood up to the rogue agents. He says the transport officers were trying to confiscate their vehicles if they did not pay a substantial sum of money.
What had happened is one of the personnel that was traveling along with us had a flat tire. When he had the flat tire, he did not cause an accident, but could have. He ended up on the other side of the road to avoid injuring anyone, and then probably a passerby took the pictures and sent it to the transport security, and they came. When they came, they said that, well, we got an accident of a report. So we tell them, well, basically no accident occurred, but if it's an infraction that was committed, write the ticket. We have no problem with you guys following us to the bank, paying, so you can confirm that you got the payment. Now they came and said, well, it's not going to work that way today. We have to give them 50,000 pesos, or else all of us here, is going to go with them, and they're going to take away the cars. And then we decided and say, well, we can't make the chance. We saw 50,000 pesos. Even if we try to put that together, we not get that. And we look bad. When I realized one of the guys that was in the vehicle was getting my passport and my money, that's when I started to panic. I said, because if anything, will not do that left me, I will go cut the vehicle. Will not left me, I no money for trouble and my passport. And then I started shouting, Rabbi, get the passport. And at the same time, the big guy jumped on the vehicle and said, well, we'll not car this vehicle there. And when the police saw he down, he started putting on a show. But the thing is, like with all crooked cops, I believe they don't like scenery. So if we never scenery enough, we probably never made there, I believe, safe, because that at least scenery there, when they done, the police get involved, the police tell them they're wrong. The police tell them, well, look, I get a ticket, I make them go, they're in a transit, we're not really for the bad on there. And I saw them hurry. All right, yeah, what? When I give you no ticket, nobody now get charged. We are escort you, and so look, go, and I saw you know, actually and peaceful, in a sense, nobody get hurt. The money when is stolen get returned, the documents and the vehicle get released, and by the grace of God, we reach safe to Belize.
Car dealers make thousands of dollars on each used car they drive from the United States to Belize. But many are pulling out of the business because of recent terrifying experiences through Mexico. They are required to pay their fees to the legal authorities at the Mexican border and a protection fee called a pedimento to the cartel before crossing. In years past, the pedimento was enough to grant one safe passage through Mexican highways. But according to car dealer Robert McLaren, a pedimento no longer holds such guarantee.
The pedimento actually used to be your safeguard that will secure that you have a safe trip through Mexico. But apart from the pedimento, roughly on that trip, in extortion fees was like 9,000 I spent throughout the whole trip. I had like 8 trips already, and each trip is worse. Honestly, each trip is worse. But I mean, it's an obstacle that you face from the very fact that you cross. It's an obstacle that you face from the minute you cross the border. Like the first extortion point was like 5 minutes. We just leave the border, 5 minutes up the road, 2,000 you have to pay. You just paid in the pen to have the goods that you have secured. 10 minutes down the road, our next checkpoint, and these are not police checkpoints, these are regular civilians from the village, but of course they are armed. They are dangerous. We're not from there. We got to pay what they want and get out the way.
Today, members of the Ladyville and Lords Bank Village Councils met with Belize Rural Central Area Representative Dolores Balderramos Garcia to discuss the possibility of combining both communities into one town. This meeting follows concerns raised last week by Ladyville's Citizen Advisory Committee, which suggested that the community move towards autonomy to address them. Although the idea of combining the villages has existed for decades, no step to do so have ever occurred. Today's meeting with the area representative gave both councils the opportunity to weigh the pros and cons, considering changes to Belize's municipalities and the cost of land tax. We heard from Balderramos Garcia following the meeting.
Very, very pleased that they joined us for what we call a preliminary consultation on the issue of township for Ladyville and Lords Bank. Please, we are not promoting anything. We are not trying to push anything on anybody. I just requested that the minister and his technical people come for a preliminary consultation. And I have to tell you, it went very well. We had about maybe 30 people present. And I'm very pleased. There seems to be a very positive feeling, Brittany. But I want to assure everybody of Ladyville and Lords Bank, this is just the beginning. You know, we will not be pushing anything on anybody, and we intend to have wider consultations going into Lords Bank, maybe having something up by Los Lagos, that kind of thing, because we do believe that we need to listen to our people. I did make the point, though, in our consultation today, and the minister was very gracious in listening to all the positive comments, but I do want to point out the size of Ladyville from Haulover Bridge all the way up to mile 13. You know, we have Vista Del Mar, we have new site, Mitchell Estate Extension, Marad Road, Japan, Milpa, Lake Garden, Spanish Town, Old Northern Highway, all the way up to Los Lagos and up at mile 13. So we're talking about a huge community. I think Mr. Clifford King, as one of the senior officers at local government, he was able to explain to us some of the advantages and what a scheme of maybe very modest property tax may look like. But if we want to provide services for our community, we need to have some revenue or some resources. So I think it went very, very well. Again, I repeat, it was just a preliminary consultation, and we intend to do much wider consultations and to reach out to as many people as we possibly can. But everything was totally positive about it.
When we return, dump truck mishap turns deadly in Santa Marta Village.
Safety is a cornerstone of peace of mind. And for a long time, the Belize National Fire Service has been doing our best to help ensure the safety of the Belizean public. We see that there is more we can do. This is why we have embarked on certifying firefighters to also be able to provide emergency medical services to the communities that we have been proudly serving. This means that we can now assist with both fire and medical emergencies with efficient time. We went even further and created the 990 Communication Center, an emergency dispatcher service developed for quick responses to fires, accidents, and health calls. This service is already presently available for the Cairo region. Just dial 990 and the first question you will be asked is, 990, what is the address of your emergency? You see, if we don't know where you are, we can't get you the help you need. Stay on the line and continue to answer the questions of the dispatcher. They will use the Beacon app, developed by Digi, to give real-time updates to emergency responders as they approach the situation and will be prepared to serve you. The Belize National Fire Service, the U.S. Embassy of Belize, and Belize Heroes have partnered to make this 990 Emergency Communication Center available. We ask for the public to partner with us and call 990 for emergencies. You are help until help arrives.
Hola mamá, ¿cómo estás? Te acabo de enviar dinero por Western Union usando DigiWallet. ¿Usted puede creer que mi tía en México me pagó por la misma aplicación usando DigiWallet? ¡Qué bien! Sí mamá, y es facilísimo. Lo puedo hacer desde donde sea, sin filas y sin estrés. Todo fácil. Bueno mamá, te dejo, cuídate mucho.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Remember, not all light bulbs are created equal. Our lighting department offers a wide assortment of light fixtures and accessories to suit your style. So stop in today and get the right illumination for your homecation. And don't forget your B-Box when you make a purchase. Benny's, quality and savings.
No Wi-Fi.
You might want to sing it note for note, don't worry.
Yo, bro,
be happy.
Excuse me, class.
In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy.
Wherever the coastal road takes you, don't worry, be happy. Smart has you covered. Smart, bringing people together.
An elderly man is dead after being run over by a dump truck on Tuesday night in Orange Walk. The incident unfolded around 8 p.m. in Santa Marta Village, where, according to reports, 36-year-old Nelson Petch was attempting to move his dump truck, which he had parked along the Old Northern Highway. Reports are that Petch had been driving forward slowly but stopped driving when he noticed his brother signaling to him from behind. Upon exiting the vehicle, they discovered the body of Julio Flota, a 67-year-old resident of Santa Marta Village. Upon police arrival, Flota was found lying face down with visible injuries to his head and arms. He was transported to the regional hospital morgue, where he was pronounced dead just before 10 p.m., and at this time, police are still investigating the incident. Tonight, a man from Orange Walk is clinging to life after a brutal chopping incident in the early hours of the morning. It was around 7:30 a.m. when police arrived at the Northern Regional Hospital and found 32-year-old Juan Diaz receiving emergency treatment. His father told investigators that Juan stumbled home around 3 a.m. with deep wounds to his head, back and hands, then collapsed unconscious. In the rush to get help, police weren't called right away, and now investigators are working to piece together what happened before Juan ended up in the hospital. Who attacked him? Why? And where exactly did it happen? Those questions remain unanswered. Drama is already unfolding at the 74th annual Miss Universe pageant, and it's just getting started. On Tuesday, things took a sharp turn when a sashing event turned sour. Several contestants, including Belize's own Isabella Zabane, walked out in solidarity after a heated confrontation between a Thai pageant director and Miss Mexico, Fatima Bosch. It all started when the director, who also happens to be a VP for the Miss Universe organization, publicly called out Bosch for missing a sponsored shoot earlier in the day. But it didn't end there. Witnesses say he went as far as calling her dumb in front of others. Security was called, Bosch walked off set, and in a powerful show of support, other delegates followed, including the reigning Miss Universe. The Miss Universe Belize Foundation quickly issued a statement confirming that Isabella is safe, healthy, and standing strong. They say she remains focused on representing Belize with dignity and grace. Meanwhile, the fallout is still unfolding, and in an unexpected turn of events, at least 12 countries, including Fiji, Somalia, Kenya, and Mongolia, have reportedly withdrawn from the competition. What's really going on behind the scenes? We'll be keeping a close eye. Tonight, we're bringing you a story of hope, action, and transformation straight from the heart of the South. A new initiative is planting seeds of opportunity in Toledo and Stand Creek districts, and it's called Prosper. Participation, ownership, and sustainable progress for economic resilience. Leaders from the International Labour Organization, the European Union, and the Government of Belize gathered at Toledo Bible College in Yemery Grove to officially launch the Prosper Project. It's a 4-year plan to boost local entrepreneurship, create jobs, and build stronger, more resilient communities. With a budget of nearly $9 million Belize dollars, Prosper is all about empowering people, especially youth, women, and indigenous groups, to take charge of their economic futures. ILO Deputy Director Nort Denkers emphasized that Prosper is deeply aligned with Belize's Decent Work Country program to 2029. She highlighted the ILO's commitment to employment creation and social inclusion, especially in rural areas. From the Ministry of Economic Transformation, Leroy Martinez reinforced the government's support, while Minister Florencio Marin Jr. connected Prosper's goals to national priorities under Plan Belize. Up next, 6 Belizean athletes score major Olympic funding.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
We just take the coast out.
Belize is on the move. The Coastal Road is now powered by Digi's ever-expanding 4G LTE Advanced Network. Now you can stream that music, track that storm, or stop to send that file. Digi 4G LTE has got you covered. Digi, leading Belize's digital transformation.
The future is calling. Belize Bank. Your future, our commitment.
Kayo, we have exciting news for you. RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town. Now, you can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Cayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved ones.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Cayo. And don't miss our upcoming health fair on July 19, 2025, happening at the Cayo Welcome Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come on out and learn more about how we can support your journey to a healthier and more secure future.
For every Belizean athlete chasing greatness, the dream is simple. Train hard, compete at the highest level, and make the country proud. But for 6 young stars, that dream just got a major boost. Thanks to the Olympic solidarity, they're now getting paid to do what they love: train, improve, and push their limits. It's a game changer for these dedicated and decorated athletes who've spent years grinding for glory. So how does this program work, and what does it mean for Belize's sporting future? Shane Williams has the full story.
No Belizean athlete has ever qualified to the Olympic Games. But Alan Sharp, the new president of the Belize Olympic and Commonwealth Games Association, says his committee will do all they can to ensure that changes, and individual sports are our best shot at that goal.
Now let's be very honest. It's going to be much easier and faster and more economic for an individual athlete or a small sport like 3-on-3 basketball to get to the Olympics or get to Pan Am versus big teams. That's just the reality. First of all, in big teams, they only allow, or not allow, the host wants to cut down money in the expense, so only 8 teams usually are at team sports. 8. Imagine that in this side of the world already, you got plenty bigger than us.
The best hope for small countries like Belize to qualify for the Olympics is in individual sports. That is why the International Olympic Academy is providing $18,000 per month through their Olympic Solidarity Program to assist 6 promising athletes with funds for training and development.
These scholarships are for athletes from individual sports. And you can see the highlights there, 6 athletes total, equal number of male and female. They receive directly from Olympic Solidarity $1,500 per month, and they will receive that through to September 2028. Those funds are in theory for them to become elite athlete, be full-time athlete. Of course, $1,500 a month can cut it at for our cost of living, but it's to try and get them there as best as possible. So approximately 3,000 Belize per month they are receiving.
All 6 athletes have already performed exceptionally in the region at the junior levels, and believe the scholarship will allow them to focus on training and achieve new personal best performances.
My name is Nyasha, and my peak performance would be at the Central American Games this year. I placed 2nd in the 100 meter with a personal record of 11:85. My next goal would definitely be to break it to a lower time, and as well to get my 200 to a lower time as well. The scholarship would help greatly with helping funding with the transportation to competitions, accommodations, and even my daily lifestyle.
My name is Derek Chavaria. So far, I think my peak performance has definitely been 5th at the Junior Pan American Games. Competed against a lot of big countries that you've seen made it to Tour de France. So that's I was pretty satisfied with that performance. Moving forward, for sure, I'd like to branch off into the side of the world that mainly involves cycling, where all you see the talent that's in Europe. So you see all the bigger countries are from there. So for sure, I'd like to get over there and experience it. So obviously, to be in the environment is going to be hard itself. Train and racing there against the guys that breed cycling.
While these scholarships are for individual sports, team sports will benefit from more than $900,000 in the next 2 months. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
Junior national team standout Douglas Langford Jr. is now part of an elite group of born Belizeans who have played Division I basketball in the United States. When he stepped onto the court on Monday for the San Jose State University Spartans, he joined names like Kirk Shabba Smith, Evan Duck Garnett, Richard Troyer, Fred Garcia, Engelbert Charrington, Dwight Myvet, and Keith Superman Acosta. Facing the Utah Utes in the season opener, Langford's debut was a proud moment for his family. His father describes the experience as a great emotional one and urges parents to support their children's dreams no matter how far-fetched they may seem.
Great experience, excited. Couldn't wait any longer, man. From in the summer, all the work he has been putting in at college finally pays off. No injury, thank God, during that time. And making his first debut at Utah was really big. No, that's a Big 12 conference that he went and played again. So for him to make his appearance there and get his foot wet on the court was something big for us. James left when he was 14 years old. When he said he ready to go, I was like, I'm not going to be the one to hold him back or the family. Or, if you want to go and do it, son, we will support you 110%. And we will back you whatever, you want to do. And your dream, if you want to go and play in the NBA, once you push, we will be 110% behind you, man. And, so far, the reality is shaping and looking to come in place.
Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story on Belize Jungle Retreat turns legal battleground, Andre Augustus Pitts commented, "Conducting business this way creates too many opportunities for errors and inevitable quarreling." Global glamour meets controversy at Miss Universe 74. Ismael Luna shared, "It takes strength, integrity, and compassion to stand up for what's right, even if it's not the easy choice. Proud to see our queen representing Belize with grace, dignity, and a heart of justice." And finally, car dealers fight off Mexican extortion. Murray Darwin Bahadur shared, "Everyone and car dealers know what is happening over there in Mexico. Start finding different route, or basically start shipping instead of going through Mexico." Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming, and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.